Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in Killer Queen Black, going for the Family Reunion achievement. This is to win a game and have all 8 players in the game in the end game portrait. Highly recommend doing this with a boosting partner or friend, as you are going to have to do this in an online game, so both of you can take 4 controllers in each, and that should make things way easier. Recommend doing this with the worker class, as the best way to get this achievement is to try to go for an economic victory. You're going to want to play on a map where your hive is going to have a corner you can use, and the reason for that is you want to make sure you take your other 3 controllers and make sure you rubber band them so they are running against this corner constantly. That way they can stand still without idling out, and then just make sure you pile the other 3 players there as you try to fill in your slots with berries. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you try to fill in all of the slots, leaving one empty one, and the reason for that is we're going to use that slot to get our win. And of course, the reason we are doing this with an economic victory is because we don't have to worry about the snail eating anyone, and we also don't have to worry about a queen attack bouncing everyone around, as we are going to need all 8 players in the game to be all grouped up in one big photo. So just make sure you fill in all those slots except for one, and then as soon as you have that free slot empty, just make sure you have your boosting partner / friend move up all of their controllers into this corner as well. You're going to want to have them do it one at a time. The reason for that is they are also trying to avoid the idle penalty. So just make sure you have them keep moving, and then just make sure they move one controller up at a time. Once their controller is here, make sure you have them rubber band their analog stick, and they should constantly run into this corner. You kind of want to be careful here. It helps to play on a map where the corner is going to have a long runway. The reason for that is whenever someone bumps into another player, they're going to bounce back a bit. So you definitely don't want to have them bounce off of the platform. So hopefully your corner is going to have enough space for all 8 people, and you don't have the other team bounce off of it, which is going to mess up our setup. So make sure you try to be mindful of what spot you are doing this in. So make sure you just keep getting everyone up, and then once you have the other 7 players here, you're going to want to try to go for the last berry, and then you're just going to try to fill in that last slot. Hopefully your last slot is going to be in an area where you aren't going to be affected by the bounces either, but just be patient and make sure you get that last berry in, and you should be good for the achievement once you do manage to win. You should get the endgame photo, and then it should be big enough to fit everyone in range, even if they are bouncing pretty far back. So try to line things up just right and get that last berry in. If you happen to pull it off and then squeeze everyone in the frame, you should be good for the family reunion, as well as the achievement that goes along with it. 20 gamer score for this one, and that's all there is to it.